I keep looking around on the internet, and that's part of my job. And I keep seeing people selling gloom and doom. And I guess I get it, but there's not going to be a civil war in this country. If you're in touch with what's really going on, you're starting to see the signs. People are starting to wake up on both sides and realize that we're not each other's enemies. People are starting to really put their eyes on who the true culprit in this country is, and that's the elites, the oligarchs, the billionaire class, the people who are actually pulling the strings and running the country. People are really feeling the economic situation that we're in right now. And they're starting to realize that if we want to change that, we need to combine and work together. I see signs of it all the time on the internet where the first sign of anything is realizing that there's a problem and starting to wake up. And I know the other side hates to hear that word woke. But in order to get things done, you have to first realize that there's a problem. And part of that is waking up and realizing there's a problem. People are starting to do that. The next logical step would be, how do we fix that problem? How do we change what's going on in this country? And the true power is in the power of the people. That's what they fear most. They don't fear protests. To the oligarchs, the higher ups, the elites, protesting is just a bunch of unorganized noise, or organized noise, I guess. But it's not really doing anything. They fear solidarity. They know that in a protest, at least half the country's not agreeing with that protest. But when it comes to solidarity, where you got people on both sides of the aisle, all sides of it, coming together, working towards a common goal, that scares them. Because our system was set up so the power is really with the people. We just don't use it. That's the whole divide and conquer strategy that they utilize, and it works well, and it has continued to work well. But what I'm starting to see now is people realize voting has consequences. The way you vote, what you vote for, has consequences. And they can affect you negatively or they can affect you positively. And people also see there's power in numbers. And if we want real change that affects everybody, urban, suburban, rural, it doesn't matter. We need to work together to get that. And we can do it. We can force people in positions of power to do exactly what we want them to do. I was reading an article about redistribution of wealth, and I don't know how you feel about this, but I thought it was a good idea. Me and my wife talk about this a lot. Why should one person have $500 billion? What's the use? All you're doing is taking money out of circulation that could be helping the common man. And let's be honest, whether you got 10 billion or 500 billion, what can you buy from a personal standpoint that he can't buy? I mean, $100 million house. I mean, come on. So when I think that there should be a cap, or if not a cap, the prices, the taxes on having that much money are so high, it's like you almost don't have it. It's redistribution of wealth. If you've got 500 billion, your taxes should probably be 60%. That money doesn't need to just sit somewhere or stay, or it needs to be redistributed around so it can trickle back down and help people. At least that's my opinion. I don't know a lot about economics. I do remember the Reagan trickle down theory in the 80s. It didn't work. This is what Donald Trump was supposed to do. It didn't work. The money simply goes to the top and stays at the top. They buy their own shares back, which raises their share price, which raises a lot of money for the shareholders. Doesn't help you or me at all. But hey, I'm sorry, I got off topic. I can. I'm starting to see people working together, and that's a good thing. The division in this country has been there for so long. I didn't think it was going to ever end, and I don't think it'll truly end. But I'd rather jump over a 1-foot chasm than a 20-foot chasm. But hey, at any rate, tell me how you feel about this. Am I just an old man dreaming? And are you seeing the signs that I'm seeing? Are you not seeing? What are you seeing in the country? What is your thoughts on the temperature in the country, how we can bring it down some, how we can work together to achieve a common goal, which is to make everybody's life better and more affordable? Things are too fucking high in this country. Let's be honest. But hey, at any rate, this is just me on a Saturday morning with way too much fucking time on my hands. But hey, appreciate all your comments and stuff. Hey, you want to talk about this? Drop them down in the comments. Let's talk about it. You guys have a wonderful Saturday.